We are back after a long hiatus. This is the Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion. I am your host, Matt Odom, and we are doing it tag team style. It is me and brother Xavier Randall.
What's going
Brother
on, everybody?
Randall, have you recovered from Atlanta Comic Con, my man?
So I recovered from Atlanta Comic Con fairly well. It's the SDCC is what took a toll in the pocket.
Exactly. So we'll get into all of that momentarily. Want to tell everybody we're going to be a little short-handed tonight. Antonio is doing grown folks duties. Uh, Al, maybe be joining us tonight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Al had to do grown folks duties tonight. Larry will be joining us shortly, and we're gonna go ahead and get this train rolling tonight. People are piling in. I'm looking at the viewers, and people are piling in tonight. For those who want to interact with us, please make sure you go to our YouTube page, and we will be interacting with you all in the chat section tonight. All right. So Xavier, let's go ahead and get right into the thick of things. Of course, about 3 weeks ago now? 2 weeks ago? Like
Uh,
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting old now, man. So 2 weeks ago, we went to the Atlanta inaugural Atlanta Comic Con, and Xavier, what was your thoughts on the show? I mean, this is the first time that they've had it. They have a smaller convention, which is called the Atlanta Comic Convention, but this convention is the Atlanta Comic Con. Uh, what was your thoughts on it, my man?
For it to be the inaugural one, it was a very good one. Um, I just from what I saw, with this being my second con that I went to, I mean, it definitely ended up being one of the bigger cons. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it'll be San Diego or New York or even Emerald City, but it can be the fourth biggest con that's out there. I mean, the way that it was set up, especially like I said for the first time, it was really good. It was spacious. You didn't really worry about bumping into people. The cosplayers, some of them were okay. Some of them were great. The cat that was playing Negan, hey, kudos. But the cat that was playing Daryl, yo, hey, a
He
little more
looks
work
just
he
like
need to
he
do.
looked just like him. I mean, I had to. It was it was two or three times I had to look to make sure that wasn't him for real.
He sounded just like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, he
Like,
looked just like him from like if you kind of a quick glance, you would have really thought it was him.
and the only thing I didn't like about him was it was almost like the show where like, dude, shut up. You know what I'm saying? He was doing a little too much, but it was all in all a great experience. Um, as y'all saw, I took my son, and Lord knows he enjoyed it until them young legs started giving out on him.
And we walked
Man,
him to death.
oh yeah, oh yeah. It was a very great experience, and I wish to see a lot of a lot of our viewers and our friends go up there with us because I think we were what, 8 deep when we were up there.
Yeah, we had quite a we had
We
quite
had a
the
bunch of
entourage.
rush. Yeah. How did you feel about it?
Well, I enjoyed it. I will say this: I was coming from you got to keep in mind we went to the earlier convention in February with me, Al, and Larry and Derek, and that one was more of a warm, wholesome, tight knit, you know, show. Where this one was, Savannah show was big, but then you multiply the Savannah show times five, and that's what you got. I'll just put it to you this way: I did not go to every booth.
Really?
I probably would have needed another day to kind of go through. As someone who collects, it's kind of hard to go from at a show that big to dig through all the boxes. So
Right.
I basically just kind of just chopped about midway through that morning. Once we got in, I just kind of said, you know what, I'm just going to just chop it down to what I really want to get, which is what I ended up doing. Just kind of walking around trying to see what I could get at a decent price, as opposed to trying to go from uh, station to station.
Right.
If I saw something on the shelf, I would ask the person for it, how much is it, whatever, and then I would try to, get what I could get off of it and then be done with it. So it was just one of those things where it was kind of like just keep moving. Don't stand in one spot. And if for anybody who goes to a large convention, I can tell you this: do not find yourself sitting at a one booth for a long period of time.
No.
You know, because otherwise you'll start missing out on stuff. And I just was lucky enough to be able to get to and from and get in and get what I need to get. Also, I actually saved a lot of money. I didn't spend a whole lot of money this time, and part of that was due to I had already, Hope wanted to do that to you. So
I'm glad Junior's with it because I honestly believe had he not been with me, I would have went on a full fledged shopping spree. But I was focusing more on making sure he was good.
overall, the no the I saw a couple of art write ups on the show itself, and it was graded really high. I think it was an excellent start. Next year will be interesting. We'll definitely be going next year. So next year will be interesting to see what they build on. Will they get some more superstars? As it gets bigger, then people start, coming. They held it at a good venue. I
Oh
can tell
yeah,
you that the venue was
yeah,
large, large enough to accompany everyone, and nobody was cramped in. It was, everybody had space to move around, which is one of the biggest gripes I have when I go to some shows that it's just so crowded. You know,
and they
um,
didn't even use all the space that they had.
no, they didn't. They actually had a lot of space, which was where the artists were. They had a
Right.
lot of space over there. So, I'm going to give Atlanta Comic Con a 10 out of 10 for its first year. I thought it was really good. Um, Next year, I'll probably do 2 days, just if they have some keynote stuff. I know that David actually went back. We had a couple other guys that actually went back for a couple of more days, and they said it was an outstanding blast. So hopefully, if they are watching tonight or want to join, they can join in with us tonight. Um, Now let's move on to the San Diego Comic Con, which happened last week, which was absolute bedlam. I mean, it looks like every time you looked up, something new was coming out,
Right.
something was being said, a rumor, a trailer was being dropped. It was just all over the place. Now, for collectors, you had several books that came out last week. One X-23, which was a Diamond Luncheon exclusive, which is if you can find that, I'd say under 200, you better grab it because that book was only released in the Diamond Luncheon, so you had to be in the luncheon to get the actual book. So if I am doing a ratio, I'm saying it's probably no more than maybe 500, maybe 500 floating around. And that's just me speculating, just based off of if it's a luncheon, I would only assume it's going to be a handful of people there. There was another book too that was at the luncheon, but I can't quite remember what it was. There was several toys. Which one that interested me was the Ninja Turtles 2, uh, well, the Ninja Turtles 1 pack. And that was already selling for 150, and the day it was dropped,
Oh,
it went
the
straight to,
four pack.
yeah, the 4 pack, and
Yeah.
it went straight to $500. I mean, it's gorgeous set. I would have loved to have been able to get my hands on that.
Did you
You
see
know,
the Casey Jones statue?
no, I missed that.
The cloth,
No, I missed that.
dude, bruh, yo,
Yeah,
man,
I bet you probably flipped over that, man. 'Cause,
man.
uh, Pops, you the resident Pop man. Pops galore out
Yeah.
of San Diego Comic Con. What were some of the pops that we saw come out of San Diego Comic Con, Xavier?
There's a lot. I'll just say for me personally, you had Red Hood that came out, which I've been waiting on him for a long time. You also had Ram Man from Master of the Universe. You had Stinkor, a Senate Stinkor that was an FYE exclusive. You had Skeeter that was FYE. Nearly Headless Nick and Moaning Myrtle for Harry Potter fans, and they had there's a couple of Stranger Things that came out. You had the Dustin from the dance. You had the Billy and I can't remember the name, but it was a two pack with Billy in it. And you had the Iron Man Mark One from the Marvel Studios 10-year anniversary that came out. You had the classic Ant Man that was a Barnes and Noble exclusive. It was a lot. Broly that was Hot Topic. Then you had Dead Yamcha. You had Yoshi, Master Roshi, not Yoshi, Master Roshi, but he wasn't necessarily a Comic Con exclusive, but he came out at the same time. It's like they had the three Conan pops. that weren't exclusive, but they dropped the same day. So it was a lot. Like I know I just named a nice good two, maybe three handfuls right there, and that wasn't even a third of what they brought out because people were going crazy, lined up at 8:30 in the morning to be first in line.
Yeah, I know they had a Saga pop, but I think that it's funny because some of those pops were as they were released at the stores. Like
Right.
Hot Topic actually had some that they released the day of. So I guess moving forward, if people are interested in looking for certain pops that are San Diego Comic Con exclusives, there is Entertainment Earth. Do you know about that
Yes.
website? Yeah, you know about that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Entertainment Earth,
Yeah. The
and
elbow.
Will put me on that, and also
Don't say
you know.
Toy Tokyo.
No. I'm just saying, just like your regular stores. If it's a such as Hot Topic exclusive,
Right.
whatever, you go to the store during the convention, and you'll probably be able to get those particular toys. So moving forward, that's something that people can keep in mind. Uh, one of the main things to come out of San Diego Comic Con was the debut of the Aquaman trailer, which looked really good, really really good. Uh, they got Black Manta right. I can tell you that. uh, I being someone who likes Aquaman, I tell you, man, it looks really good. I was really worried, man. I was really worried, and I think that movie's gonna be pretty good. And did you notice the weekend it comes out? Did you notice the date? The release date?
Mm-mm.
It's Christmas.
Is
It's
it
right
really?
around Christmas time. Yeah, right around Christmas time. I think it's like the 22nd, 23rd, something like that,
Huh.
or 21st. It's during the holidays. I can tell you that. And so,
I thought it was
uh,
supposed to come out in November.
unless it's Thanksgiving, I might have got the two. Let me see. I might have gotten the two confused, but I know it's around the holiday.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought it was
thinking.
closer to Thanksgiving than Christmas, but
Let's see.
you know, if they want to push it back, by all means, make sure it's right before you put it out. You know,
Let's see.
go
It
back to
is going
electricity.
to come out on Christmas. Yep, Christmas 2018. So excellent move by them to release that around Christmas time, so that'll get people interested in watching the movie.
Yeah, get the family out too, because
Yeah,
it
get
is
the family
family.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So let's move on. I hate Alice not here, but Shazam, the Shazam trailer was released as well.
That's a
Uh,
fun looking trailer right there.
that movie is gonna be a hit with the kids. That's that I had to step back, take off the critical eye, and when you see something like that, you realize that movie's it's not designed for people like me and you. We'll probably go see it.
Well, yes and no, but you got to think about it like this.
Well, Shazam himself is
Exactly.
basically
It's a kid.
yeah, as a kid. So
Right.
and I don't know if you saw the reference to Superman in the newspaper in the trailer. I don't know if that's a little Easter egg that Superman would be in that movie. Yeah, it would be pretty cool if Superman's in there.
They've been talking about it. That's been one of the little rumors and specs that's gonna be there, right along with uh, the villain. They're saying that he's gonna have some help, so it might be a segue into Black Adam and Superman that's gonna lead into Man of Steel too.
Yeah. So we'll uh we'll see how that pans out. But that looks it looks pretty good. I'm still going to see it regardless. I'm
It,
still
it's
going to
it's
see it.
like I said, it looks like a very fun movie. Um, like you said, I wish Al was on the show too because I know he'll go on for a long time about this because he's been waiting for Black Adam slash Captain Marvel, the real Captain Marvel. You know what I mean? I wish it was one of those that the closer and closer you get, the more and more all of us got excited about it because we might want to try to get up and all go see that. But time will tell on that one.
Yeah. We'll see how as everything starts coming out. We'll see how it goes. Um,
Did you notice how in the trailer his suit, even though we could tell that it was padded up, because that's one thing we were talking about was in the stills, he just looked too fake, but in the trailer it fit.
yeah. I think it's the way they shot, and that's with me being an old videographer. I think it's the angle that they took it made it fit well. All right, so we're gonna move on as we go through our trailers. Iron Fist, Iron Fist, season 2 trailer debuted, and I mean, it looks better. Honestly, it looks better than it did last season,
It
man.
ain't hard to look better than it did last
I
season,
mean,
though.
anything's an improvement, man. I mean, hey, you can. Oh, there's only one place you can go from here. Is up. That's all you can do is go up.
I mean,
Uh,
he can move laterally instead
yeah.
of going up.
His movement is much better uh
Barely.
than it was last season.
He's still taking
Uh,
12 hours to charge up.
villain, Typhoid Mary. What you think about that?
I'm pretty stoked about that.
Typhoid
I'm
Mary.
glad they're going away from the hand because the hand was getting pretty stale.
Yeah, and that's what I was. I still think there's gonna be like a remnant of the hand or something in there along that line. But Typhoid Mary, for those who are interested, Daredevil 254. That is Daredevil 254. You may be able to find that in Buck Bins. I'm not sure if you can find it now, but you may be able to find it in Buck Bins. Um, and 255. I think it's interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of continuity between the shows now. I mean, it's almost a given Daredevil's gonna be in Luke Cage uh,
Right.
at some point, and I'm sure at some point Luke Cage is gonna be in Iron Fist. It would only make sense considering, you know,
But
he
they already hinted to the heroes for hire, so
yeah. So
might as well have him.
and also Misty Knight. Misty Knight's probably gonna be at, for her getting that arm, she's probably gonna play some part in that.
Right.
Uh,
Being that Brand Industries is when they gave it on.
yeah, exactly. So we'll see with Iron Fist 2. It comes out what, November?
I think it is November.
Yeah, November. So we get that in. Is that it for Marvel for this year? Or
I,
shows?
I think for this year, and the next one to come out will be Daredevil 3,
Which would be in March. I think that'd be in
February,
March.
March, something like
February?
that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's February or March, one of those two.
Okay, so we'll have that to watch. Excuse me. Old man tired. Godzilla. Godzilla trailer, man. That movie looks really good. You've got all the major villains, except there's one missing. Well, now he's not necessarily a villain, but there's one person missing. And I told TC, I'm pretty sure they're gonna build up to that. But I'm glad they kind of did. Normally, you see Godzilla versus this person, Godzilla versus that person. Godzilla. I'm actually glad to see that they put them. It's almost like a battle royale.
Right, a free for all. Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as the trailer came on, I looked at it because me and TC watched all these together, and I looked at TC and I was like, "Where's the Hydra? Where's the Hydra?" And boom, right at the end. I said, "So I'll be going to see that definitely." It's been a while since I've seen a good Godzilla. I'm not counting that Puff Daddy soundtrack shit. I'm not counting that. That's not a Godzilla movie. That the green and black cup was not a Godzilla movie. Not counting that. So
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up going to see it, but Junior's more excited about it than I am. I'm not gonna say the last Godzilla movie that came out was bad, but the trailers look way better than what the movie actually turned out to be. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So,
that was when they were cutting those trailers good. That's kind of like how they did the Matrix too. They
right.
had
Oh man,
the whole Cadillac scene, the twins.
man, dude.
They had you thinking it was gonna be good. Then you walk up in there, man, and you got your feelings hurt.
Even they did the same thing with Revolutions on with the Matrix. That
Yeah.
hurt my
So
soul.
uh, rolling right on down the line here is Black Lightning season 2. Uh, I'm like, wow. They're not wasting any time getting Black Lightning back. I mean, Black Lightning is such good rate. I really thought we were not going to see Black Lightning again until next year. But
Was it
I'm
October?
October, man. I am
Yeah, because
thrilled.
it's coming right back with the Flash too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I am thrilled that Black Lightning is going to be back this fall, and I'm excited. Um, let's keep moving. You brought it up. Let's go to the Flash. Uh, finally gets his ring. Finally gets the ring.
I know TC probably fell out his chair when he saw that.
Yeah. I just my thing with the Flash is that's all good and well. I just hope that it's a much better show than it was last season. Like I said, I only watched 3 episodes of last season. You all know how I feel about it, and hopefully, um, they learn from their mistakes and this season is much better paced. Have they announced who the villain's gonna be? Have they
They
mentioned
haven't
that?
they haven't dropped a name. They just they showed him toward the end of the trailer. They just showed little snippets of him.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering who the villain would be for this season. All right, let's keep this train moving. So for those who have watched the trailer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is F Batman. And DC during I think after the kick off everything during uh Comic Con released the Teen Titans live action
Just just Titans, not
Titans,
Teen,
yeah,
just Titans.
Titans trailer for their new DCU platform. Some people said it's too violent. Some people said they're trying too hard. Some people said this is great. I cannot wait to watch it. And some folks are uh, just kind of like I see what it comes out. I'm kind of like it intrigues me. I mean, it's Titans. I mean, it's a dark show. So I mean, DC is dark.
It's
I don't.
dark,
I was like
right?
DC is a dark company. I
Right.
mean, uh,
I was literally gonna say for the people, and not to offend anybody, but anybody that's saying that it's too dark and it's too violent, you have never picked up a DC comic and read it from begin to end. There is, it's right up their alley. You know, just because the movies and whatnot didn't pan out, they took too many risks and they tried to do this and do that and put a gumbo of plots together. But that is DC. It's dark. You know, you're not gonna sit here and find like rainbows and rainbow bright and all that good stuff with DC. That's not what they're about. You know what I mean? They're to me their best character is the Dark Knight. You know what
what
I'm saying?
what are some of the other shows that was announced for that? I failed to put those on the rundown. I know
For the talking about for the
for the,
DC streaming.
yeah, for the platform, yeah.
I mean, right now the main thing is Titans and Young Justice season three. Those are the main things that they're pushing, but everything else they're just trying to they're trying to come up with a Swamp Thing movie. I'm not show as well, but they're gonna be focusing on having all of the previous shows and animated movies and live movies available once it rolls out.
Uh, have we got a? And I hate Tony's not here because Tony knows all this stuff. Have we got a release date on when they plan on rolling this all out?
I don't remember seeing a release date, but I do know that the pre-orders are up and going right now. They're
Okay.
talking about it's $8 a month, or you can do it for a year for 75.
Yeah. Well,
I
I'll
think
probably
that's
end,
the
end
best
up
way to go.
getting it just because I want to watch the old Batman.
You're not excited about the Titans?
I mean, it's Titans. I mean, hell, you got Teen Titans Go. You got
No, don't say go. Go is not, you
Teen
know,
Titans. You got. I mean,
closest
I
to
mean, it's
branding they're
DC.
gonna
I mean, it's the Titans.
do.
I'm
Man,
excited. It's just one of those things. Look here. I'm gonna have that to watch. I'm gonna have the Iron Fist. I'm gonna have Black Lightning. I'm gonna have Flash if it don't piss me off.
right.
You know. And we're going while we're at it, I'll just go ahead and segue into it. Lobo's going to be in Krypton season 2. Now, have you
I'm gonna
watched
go back.
Krypton? Have you watched Krypton?
I haven't watched it yet, but I just want to address one little thing about Titans that has me excited because y'all know I'm a behind Batman and the Joker. Nightwing is my other favorite character in DC. Dude, looking at Dick Grayson in that trailer, he is one step away from being Nightwing. So I'm extremely excited about seeing this. You know what I'm saying? Now take away Starfire's little disco jacket or whatever. I'm excited for everything else about this show, man.
Stargirl. Stargirl is the other show that they're gonna put on the platform, right? Or
Stargirl.
or they're doing a movie. Somebody mentioned something about Stargirl last week. I
I ain't seen nothing about that.
yeah, I heard something about it. Maybe on a couple of the forums I'm on, but that remains to be seen. So I mean, like I said, I'm excited. It's gonna be a this fall in line.
Why is Lobo on Krypton?
Krypton. No clue. No clue. But I can tell you this: if you're interested in getting the first appearance of Lobo, Omega Man #3. Now
Three.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, if you can grab it, I think you can actually. There are stores that are still selling that book for like 30 and $40 because I got my copy for like $30 and that was last year. So that's something that you could look into if you are into getting books for spec. All right, and so Bloodshot, the old Valiant comic, which was one of the first comic books I used to collect when I first started getting into this thing, which is still in that room right across the way. Uh, is actually going. Sony announced that his movie's going to be released in 2020. My only question is, how are you going to make Bloodshot and not come out with Rye and the other batch of Valiant characters? So I don't know. I just want to see how they're gonna are they gonna do a full flat on origin and introduce Ninjak and Bloodshot at the same time, or
I
how this
think
is gonna
Ninja
work?
is gonna be in the movie. I think.
Okay, so I mean that remains to be seen. You can go find that in the local buck bin. Bloodshot is typically found in dollar bins. All you gotta do is go ask them, you got Valiant books, yeah, you got Bloodshot, yeah. But if you can find the pink variant, which is basically it's the same as the original cover, except there's a like a pinkish look to it, that's the one you want to get your hands on. It's pretty hard to come by. So if you
See
see
that
that,
episode of Vin Diesel playing him.
yeah, you probably find it like a flea market, believe it or not. You know. But I think with those old Valiant books, I believe those were like those special books were like gifts to people who did mail orders. So it may even be very hard to find. But people chuck that Valiant stuff all over the place. I mean, you found Rye uh, number one mint condition in the dollar bin. I found a signed copy in the dollar bin. So go figure. All right, so we're gonna keep this train moving. Uh, we talked about that. Did you get a chance to see the Alita Alita Battle Angel trailer?
I watched it, but I had saw the a trailer that they had from a while back as well. They just extended that out.
Well, it looks
I,
really good.
it
I'm
looks
intrigued.
good, but the anime. I got to get used to that animation from her.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought the same too. I was like, it's heavy CGI, and it's just kind of it's like that. It's kind of hard to explain without if you hadn't seen it. It's kind of like looking at anime, except it's CGI, and it has those aspects where they have like real live action, but then it goes straight to CG, and it just kind of Spider-Man Homecoming got it right.
It
That's
it looks like Snapchat filters for eyes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and it's like I was saying, like when you watch Spider-Man Homecoming, we know that those fight scenes are CGI, and you can there's like this fine line. Like when you watch Superman and Batman, you can tell when it just went all C. You can just kind of like that whole. You can tell it all went CGI, and that's the problem that I see with this trailer. Now I don't think that's going to take away from the story and impact of the movie. I think the movie's going to be good. And for those who collect that book, good luck on getting that at a good price. Because I think I spec that book last year, maybe the year before last, and told everybody go get this book, get it for like $1. Got mine for free. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it, my man.
Matter
So
of fact, when you mentioned it, that was when they were in talks of it being a show versus a movie, right?
yeah, yep, and it was pretty much it was basically they were just trying to get a producer I think lined up for it, and lo and behold, there you go. For those who are also looking at Mark Miller's Jupiter Legacy will be coming to Netflix. Was announced last week. For those who collect Jupiter's Legacy, you might want to go try to go get those books while you can. The one to get is you'll see it tonight in my hall. I actually got a couple of these books. I've already got number one. I got number one signed already. Uh, I got that from Will Slab. I mean, it was when the book came out, it was like $20. When the book even came out. So um, grab that while you can. You still can find number one easily in certain stores. It's that quietly variant, which is the 1 of 25. That's the one that's gonna be hard to get, and that's the one that you will probably if you're a collector, you probably want to pick that one up. It's a nice sketch cover. You'll see it tonight in the haul that I have for tonight's show. Um, we're gonna go ahead and move on. So Robert De Niro is signed on to be in the next Joker movie, and not only is Robert De Niro in it, but Zazie Beetz. For those who don't know who that was Domino in Deadpool. So Xavier, it's got to be something pretty damn big if Robert De Niro
Right, right.
is going to. I got slack when I said that I was glad they were coming out with a Joker movie, but I think that we're gonna get like you always see when they show in the animated series or just in comic book, you always see that when he was a gangster, but you just never see well when he was doing his like in this last movie that came out, Xavier, that we went and saw, Killing Joke. If you see Killing Joke, basically this movie is gonna give you a big push, a big emphasis on that. And so when I saw Robert De Niro, I automatically thought, okay, this dude's gonna be like a major gangster in this movie, and so this is gonna be really good. And Zazie Beetz coming in is gonna add to it, and I'll be interested to see who else is going to be in this movie as well. Now you are the resident Batman man. What's your thoughts on Robert De Niro signing up, man? Like I said, this has got to be big if Robert, Robert just don't sign on to nothing that's
Right.
slack. So
Well, to me, it kind of, when they first started talking about the movie and whatnot before Joaquin Phoenix even signed on to be the Joker, they Martin Scorsese's name was attached to it, but you really hadn't heard anything ever since with him being a producer because it was all just spec. But with Robert De Niro now being attached to it, it's getting me more and more excited because I honestly believe now that Scorsese still is has hands on this movie, and I'm excited about it because it's not going to be a part of everything else that's the DCEU or the DCFU, whatever they want to call it. I'm hoping that if they go out there and they kill this movie, which I mean, you with just the three people that we named, you got Joaquin Phoenix, Zazie Beetz, and Robert De Niro. It already has an all-star cast. What more do you need?
yeah,
And I honestly believe that if it kills it, even though Joaquin Phoenix doesn't like doing sequels and whatnot, I think that they could end up tying him into everything else, and it might end up being bye bye Jared Leto. I doubt it, but I wouldn't be upset, especially if it's a good movie and if they do anything like the Killing Joke or the Joker um, storylines, this is going to be a great movie.
yeah. I'm a big Joker fan. Uh, so I mean, these kind of movies I like to see. And I like how just sometimes to watch how DC fleshes out characters from a solo aspect as opposed to trying to just put them in with Batman all the time. You get gives new life to the character. So we will see how that pans out. We are rolling right down this list tonight. Um, Venom. Venom. It's its villain. Uh, did you get a chance to see that, my man? You saw who the villain was for Venom?
I heard who it was going to be, but I also heard that it's supposed to be all of the symbiotes. I don't know
This
if you heard
this movie is going to be a complete mess.
that.
I'm just telling you. Just go ahead and this movie is going to be a train wreck, and I just for the life of me, I don't understand why they are doing this.
Trying to
I don't.
remember the name of
I
the
mean,
symbiote.
uh, it starts with an R. I can't think of it. But
Oh man,
what you got here, man, is you got a company that's rushing to put a movie together. It's basically rushed to put this together and trying to sell you on the hype of the character Venom. This is what this is. This is a sale job. You're expecting me to be excited just because it's Venom. We saw this may be even worse than the Venom we saw in Spider-Man 3.
I don't think Tom Hardy gonna do that bad. And Tom Hardy normally
Well,
knocks out
hey,
hard.
Tom Hardy may be good out of suit. We don't know.
Right.
we,
Okay,
we,
I see. I
we,
see you
we
saying.
don't know what Tom Hardy is going to be in suit. Out of suit, he may be perfect. He may fit the role of Eddie Brock perfectly. But when that
Right.
suit comes on,
Riot is the symbiote's name. Right.
yeah, and it's the symbiote. It's a whole different ball game. I just see what they're doing. They're trying to combine an alien venom with the Lethal Protector storyline, and it's just
Right.
like,
It's too far apart for
yeah,
them to do that.
it's like they're trying to fit a round piece into a square peg, man. It's just I don't see it. I mean, uh, it's gonna be one of those things where as it gets closer, I'll probably go see it with TC just for laughs. But if it's really bad, I'm like this Predator bad, I might just stay home. I might just that Predator. I'm not even notice we hadn't even talked about that, so that's not even worth us even talking about. So uh,
A movie that is worth talking about though is Halloween.
talk that bring it up,
Yo,
man. Bring it up,
yo,
man. That looks really good. See,
that
see,
looks good.
and for those who don't know, the Halloween movie is based. This new Halloween movie is Halloween 2.
Two, yes.
Because I was kind of lost at first, but then when I got it explained to me, I said, okay, no witches ever happened. And I said,
None of that all that other stuff ever
yeah,
happened.
that's perfectly fine. I can live with that. No
Even though
Rob
Tyler
Zombie.
Mane was good, Tyler Mane was good, but like you said, no Rob Zombie, Halloween, none of that. That movie sucked, but he was good as Michael Myers. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm pretty go look up that Venom Venom villain, man. Because it's gonna drive me back. Uh, Riot. That's it. Riot.
Yeah,
Right.
I said
Right.
it was Riot.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right. My fault. Uh, but I just the Halloween aspect, man. Let me tell you, man. Yeah, I'm a huge Mike Myers fan. So
I'm a
getting
fan
good.
of Bloomhouse, who's doing this one.
Yeah. So I mean, that's I expect that movie to be really good. Uh, it looked like vintage Mike
Oh
Myers.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was vintage Mike Myers, which made it even better. Wasn't that crazy ass uh, souped up maniac that was running through those Rob Zombie movies? No, I just didn't do it for me, man. Just didn't do
You,
it for me.
you like Sabretooth
No, I
playing
didn't like
Mike
Sabretooth Mike
Myers?
Myers. No, I didn't like.
Tyler Mane was vicious.
Yeah, he was vicious,
It was a
but
bad movie, but he was vicious.
yeah, I didn't too
But
much.
bad two movies.
Nah, I prefer what we're getting in this one here, the classic Doom.
You don't like
Doom.
the white horse?
Yeah, hey man, I'll take this one we got coming up. I'll take this one and I'll take the first three. The first one, this one, and the third one. Them the three I'll take right there.
I can agree with that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
No
give it to
no
you.
H2O, none of that. No Buster Rhymes.
No bus or bus?
No Buster Rhymes, Mike Myers. Not on this panel. All right.
You like the one with Ant-Man in it?
No.
Wait, they ain't got no Loomis in this one either. Lord Jesus help us.
So I got a chance to go see Equalizer today. I got a chance to go see Equalizer 2
Oh,
today.
for real?
Yeah, when it saw it today. And I liked it, man. It was really good. It was the first one. I love the first one. The second one, man, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the second one was really good, man. You got an inside look at the character himself, and it was really good. Uh, Hawkeye's in that movie, man.
Jeremy
Yeah,
Renner.
yeah, he's in that movie, man. Hawkeye's in that, and so um, it was really good, man. It's really good
They
movie.
really kept
So
that movie on the wraps too.
yeah, I mean, because I went into it, I was like, shit, I hadn't seen much. I knew it was gonna be good because it's just when Denzel, it's certain roles that Denzel is in, and you kind of like, okay, yeah, we know when he tell you he gonna whoop your ass, he gonna whoop your ass.
Would you say, because I haven't seen it yet, but would you say that this sequel is on par with like John Wick 2 or John Wick Chapter 2 versus 1?
I would say, no, John Wick is a whole nother set of ass whooping.
Right,
So I
right.
mean, yeah, I would say that. Yeah, seeing thinking about it, yeah, I would. I'd say because he just complete decimates anybody gets in his way in this movie. So yeah, I'd say yeah, I would. Yeah,
Because
it's a
I
great
know it's
movie to
not.
go see.
I know it's not gonna be like the Godfather 2 versus Godfather.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
I know it ain't gonna be like that.
It's not. I would still say I would still give the edge to because I have to think back to one because I can't remember the whole movie. I remember the movie, but I can't remember everything. I would say this one kind of starts off a little slower and ramps up. So I'll probably say the first one. I'll probably still hold the first one, but the second one, as far as like action scenes, this one is better than the first. So Friday, Mission Impossible comes out. I don't give a damn what folks say. I'm going to see it. I've seen all the last ones. I'll go see this one too. So I'm
I'll
kind of
let you
like with
have
Mission
that.
Impossible. I'm just like James Bond. It doesn't matter. I'm still going. I'm going to see it.
I'll let you have both of those franchises.
So
I was
I'll
done
let you
after
know.
two.
Yeah,
I
I'll
watched
let
some of
y'all
the other
know.
ones, but part two was the last one. I was done with the whole bike fight, fighting on the front wheels and kicking up guns out of sand and perfectly catching it without sand getting in your eye, chlamydia diseases and stuff.
Yeah,
I
I'll go
watched it
check
when
it
it come
out.
on HBO.
Give y'all the heads up on that. So, all right. So
But you
we
know what though?
yo
Another reason why I won't go see that movie because that movie is the reason why we got the horrible CGI lip on Superman and Justice League. So every time I see it, I'm just gonna think about how his lips look in Justice League.
well Xavier, would you believe that we are on record pace tonight, man? we are.
I believe that.
Hey, man, we're on the last topic for the night, and that
We
is
haven't even hit an hour.
yeah, Batwoman was teased in CW's new Heroes and Villains show. For those who are interested in Batwoman, if you want to get the new 52 Batwoman, which is a book that's actually on the upcoming segment, that is week 11, 52, 52 week 11. So you can find that in Butt Bins.
Yeah, you can find that easy.
Yeah, very easy, but you better go hurry up and get it before it goes up. So, all right. So, last segment of the night. Was hoping that some of the guys would join us tonight, but they'll probably join us while we're doing hauls. Um, is our invest and spec talk for the week. This week's uh, books to be on the lookout for uh, is one that I've been talking about to Larry for the last 2 days, and he gonna start laughing when I say it. And I put it in the group. Daredevil 270, first appearance of Blackheart. At some point with this new merger, Blackheart's gonna show up in somebody's movie. Don't know who, but I can tell you Blackheart need that Blackheart that was
He's
in
already been in the movie.
which one?
He was in
Animated. It's animated movie one.
no, Blackheart was in
No, I'm not talking about this Ghost Rider. I'm not talking about Sony Ghost Rider.
oh,
I'm
okay,
talking about new Ghost Rider, new
okay,
Blackheart. We're not
okay.
talking about the man
We
that.
are
Yeah,
many.
no, we're not
We
talking
are
about that dude.
legion.
No, I'm
That
talking about
okay,
the actual formation, the change that is,
oh,
the
I got you.
demonic form of
I
Blackheart. I'm
got
not talking about the guy that looks like he sells paint over at
you.
Ace Hardware. I'm not talking about that guy. No, no, we're not talking about that Blackheart. I'm talking about
like a
real,
tilt.
the real Blackheart. Also on the list is Sons of Vengeance #1. That is the polybag version, which is basically the same as that thing. Just you got all of the Ghost Rider and his clique. They're all in that one. Grab it. It's only like maybe $2 or $3. You can find it on eBay. Might even can find it in the dollar bin. I'm pretty sure you can find those. Just announced today. This book is on the list, and this is a book that if you're a Batman fan, you should already have this book. That is Batman Year One. Uh,
Oh yeah, for the
yeah,
movie. Yeah.
yep. You can find that book. Some shop owners have it up on the rack for like 10, 15, $20. I saw it at the convention for like maybe $12. I've seen some for 25. I've seen some for 40. Seen some 50. It's a book that's kind of all over the place. But if you're patient, you can find that book at a good deal. Try to find it in really good condition because it's a gray and black book. So make sure that you have a relatively solid copy. Otherwise, you get a lot of wrinkles and things of that magnitude. Go
This
ahead,
is
Zay.
this is this one thing I tell collectors that are trying to find that book. Your best bet would be. I'm not telling you don't find that book. Please do, but you definitely want to invest in the graphic novel. That way you can read the story and preserve the value of the comic when you find that. Because that book it's got some years on it, so you don't want to risk like dropping the value of it by getting there and reading it. Get it, find it, slab it, do whatever you got to do, but make sure you get the graphic novel because that is something that you really want to read, that storyline,
Yeah,
and it's awesome.
yep. You can find that graphic novel all over the place. I
Yeah,
mean, that's you can just find just to go to Barnes and Nobles and it's sitting on
right.
the shelf.
It's like 30 of them.
Yeah. Spectacular Spider-Man 27, which is the Spider-Man Daredevil cover, but it's also the first work of Frank Miller. That book is starting to gain steam. So if you see that, gain steam, excuse me. If you see that, go ahead and pick it up. Uh, you can find that book. I got a copy, maybe $10 a while back. Should be in the mail actually. And last but not least, Amazing Spider-Man 315. It's the first appearance of Hydra Man, which they think that he's going to be possibly one of those CD villains in the next Spider-Man movie. And so you've got I think Venom. I think Venom is on that cover as well. So some people are saying that's like the second appearance of Venom. So uh, that is that.
How they gonna say that's the second? Oh, of Venom,
300.
not the
Yeah,
symbiote.
yeah,
Okay,
that's so. Yeah.
gotcha.
All right. So with that, we have made it to the not the end of tonight's show, but the part that usually is the longest, and that is the comic haul. And so we're going to go ahead. I guess I'll fire this thing up, man. I'm sitting here looking at a stack of books that I've gotten over the last couple of weeks that we've been off air. And we'll go ahead and get this train rolling. Right out the gate, Brother Randall, we're going to have Micronauts #8, the first appearance of Captain Universe. Gotta get everything organized here. We got Wonder Woman 50.
That's dope. I'm glad they started taking Rebirth off those books.
Look, man,
I think
DC is killing it on these covers, man.
yeah,
They are killing it.
the Rebirth, just having Rebirth printed on there, that was taken away from a lot of those covers.
Miss Marvel #20. This is the first appearance of the black uniform. And I think I showed this. Did I show this last show? I think I showed this last show.
Uh, I think you did,
Okay.
or you showed it off air.
Yeah, I think I showed it off air, but this is the Miss Marvel variant. This is not the uh, what is it, Virgin variant. No,
You know,
it's not.
that's the pop that David was asking us about at Atlanta Comic Con.
Okay. Got this at Atlanta Comic Con. I got this for about $20. Guy had a sale at the show, and got a Strange Tales 180. This is the first appearance of Gamora. First appearance of
Did
Gamora,
you
and
show me that?
yeah, thought I showed it to you.
Yeah, you did show it to me. You did. You did. You did.
That's like the first book I bought at the show.
Well, you know, it was like an hour after we got there before I saw you again.
One of my favorite Batman covers. I was able to get my hands on it. Which is a Batman 686, and the Alfred. I call it the Alfred
And
cover.
Alex Ross.
Yep, yep. A book that I have been looking for in a while. I couldn't find it, but this guy had a pretty good deal on it, so I went ahead and picked it up. It's very hard to come by, and it is the first Power Girl #1.
You didn't get it because of the #1.
Oh, yes, I did, man. I got it.
You got it for the cleavage.
Same guy was selling this book, man. I got this book at a really good deal. It's hard to come by. It's super. It can be super expensive on eBay when it's up, and that's Marvel Age '97. First appearance of Darkhawk. This is somebody I keep saying, go get you. If you can find first appearance of Darkhawk, get it. At some point, they'll probably drag him into somebody's movie, or he'll be a B villain or something, a B character or something on that line. Um, this is a book that was on my list of books to get, you know, for a while. Happened to come across it at the Origin. I was at Origin with Larry, and this is Detective Comics 373, the first official appearance of Mr. Freeze. So that's he. Prior to this, he was known as Mr. Zero.
Mr. Zero, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, next up is
Didn't they change the way they spelled his name after that book? Does that one have a
yeah,
Z or S on it?
yeah. It was like Freiz or something like that. Yeah. They changed it up after that. We've got Marvel. Sorry about that. Marvel point number one. Marvel 1.1. Excuse me. First full appearance of Kamala Khan. This book is heated up. Yesterday,
You doubled up on her.
yeah, man. Yesterday, me and brother Larry, we went to old Dave's Comics and got this book, man. It's steel, absolute steel. Uh, First appearance of Deathlock, the demolition, the demolisher, and that is right here. Yeah, oh yeah. So got that, and this is one of my grails. It's not a huge grail, not a massive grail, but just the grail I want to get. Now, mind you, this does not have the pinup in the book, which I'm fine with that. Uh, for those who know how I collect, even if the book is old or it's a key book and it's old or low grade, I still tend to buy low grade books because low grade books tend to still go up as people
Mm-hmm.
can't get the original 9.8s and all that kind of good stuff.
Get them pressed and dry cleaned.
Yeah, dry cleaned and pressed. Shout out to my man. We love comics. I love watching your channel, man. This is what we're referring to. I didn't know what the hell a dry cleaning was until I watched his channel. But what I was able to do was I was on eBay one night and just so happened to see this, and it was going for like $20, and I was like, "What the hell? $20 for this?" And it ended up I ended up having to pay about 34 for it. But it is Batman 181, the first appearance of Poison Ivy. So I was able to grab that man for pennies on the dollar. So it's probably about a two. Pinup's missing, so I'll probably get dinged for that.
That's a $30 book, man.
That's about a $300-400 book.
No, I'm talking about
So
um in that condition right there.
I say about 30. But those early Batmans, man, if they Poison Ivy gets on screen, it's lights out. In this climate, she's already
Especially if
been on
that white,
screen.
right? If those books still have white pages, you better jump on them.
Yeah. All right. West Coast Avengers 45. There's no, you already know why I bought this book. I don't even have to tell you. You can look at the cover and tell. Pretty sure this is what we're gonna get in the next Infinity War. You can find this in dollar bins if you look hard enough. Uh, I got this actually in the dollar bin at the show. Matter of fact, it was $3. If for those
He
who
won't let me
watched the
go.
video, for those who watched our Atlanta Comic Con video, you saw me hold this up. You saw where I got this from. I showed it to you. So you can't say he's lying. He's making this stuff up. No, I'm not. I know exactly how to buy this stuff.
Let me tell you, the smile on his face, you can't fake that when he had that book.
Yeah.
Like he showed it to me well after he got it, and he was still cheesing. Like I know his cheeks were touching the bottom of his earlobes.
Catwoman 80. Uh, Love these Adam Hughes covers. If you can find these Adam Hughes covers, make sure you pick them up. They're starting to rise up. They're starting to go up pretty high.
You think that has to do with him or the whole wedding?
Him, I think Adam Hughes, his artwork on those Batman books is really good. and so I think a lot of people are taking notice to the work, and so people are starting to pick them up. I mean, like I got that at Catwoman 50, the one with her with the in jail
Right.
with the mug shot, and
Looks like his work is very distinctive. Like
yeah,
Ellis Ross and
yeah, it's kind of
the auto.
like the auto. Yeah, it's kind of like the
Yeah.
auto. It's a certain distinct artwork. Uh, Justice League 40, first appearance of Grail. I think it's the first appearance of Grail, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm not wrong. I'm thinking this is the first appearance of Grail, if I'm not mistaken. All right. And as I stated earlier, I got copies of Jupiter Legacy in. This is the one you want. This is the quietly variant. This is the 1 of 25 sketch. Pretty tough to come by. Uh, just told y'all what to get. Told y'all to get this book. First appearance of Blackheart. Daredevil 270. Pick me up a copy for $3. Go pick it up. It's there. It is there. Big pickup. Edge of Spider Verse #2. First appearance of Spider Gwen. So, uh,
Didn't they just change her name?
yes, to the Ghost. The Ghost. I was hoping TC was on tonight, man. I wanted him to see this. I got this yesterday for a hell of a good deal. This is Transformers #8, first comic book appearance of the Dinobots. Yeah, I was hoping he was on to see that. Also got this yesterday. The Vanity Fair uh, sensational She-Hulk, She-Hulk, excuse me, number 34. Got this for a really good deal on yesterday as well.
You know, it's some real big spec talk about her
Yeah,
being
go.
in phase 4.
Yeah, I got Savage She-Hulk #1. I think I got that for like pennies on the dollar. I got it for pennies on the dollar. Hell, I bought a copy last year at the Atlanta Comic Convention. I bought one for $10. So, I mean, if you can find that book, grab it because that's a book that's been completely slept on that people hadn't even thought about. Um, I just got through talking about this in the invest. This is Spectacular Spider-Man 27. I have to get my numbers right. Yeah, I'll run together after a while. First, Frank Miller work. Uh, more Jupiter's Legacy. This is the Jason Scott Campbell variant, and the this is a book that I grabbed. This cover is heating up a little bit. Probably can still find it for a relatively good price. But this is a Batman 612.
I hate that cover
Yeah, I
just
said
because,
I was just saying, being a Batman fan, it pissed me off when I saw this, but artwork wise,
yeah, the
I
artwork is
like it.
amazing.
Yeah, like
That cover has been used so much, or it's been, I hate to say pirated, but so many people have copy and paste that picture or screenshotted it on screensavers and backgrounds and whatnot, man.
and I think that is it for me for tonight. So Xavier, we know you did a little shopping, my man.
Yeah, I mean, I already got them rearranged and whatnot, but I got about 20 pops over the past 2 weeks, I think it is.
Yeah,
Uh, just to give a quick list of what I got, I'm not gonna grab them and show them, but um, I have the Red Hood from the SDCC. I have the Dustin from the Dance SDCC. The original, the comic Ant-Man from SDCC. The Iron Man Mark 1 from the movie SDCC Pop. The unmatched Hank Pym from the movie The Masked Hank Pym. Um, the Janet Van Dyne mask. I haven't got the Target exclusive unmasked yet. I have the Wasp and the Wasp Chase. And I did. When we were in Atlanta Comic Con, I came across one of my grills. It's the Super Saiyan God Vegeta. I've been hunting this down Earlier that week, I was able to get this Vegeta, just the GameStop exclusive, as well as the Hot Topic exclusive um, Batman Vegeta. But that's just off the top of my head what I remember. I got I pre-ordered the Jim Lee Batman on the Gargoyle pop that they're coming out with. That's a pretty dope one. I think it's Batman 700. I think it is when he's standing on the gargoyle
Okay.
with
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what
and
you're talking
that's the Jim Lee one that they coming out with a pop for that.
about.
So I
Sweet.
went ahead and pre-ordered that one. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it for right now. I said I know it's a few that I missed, but it's like he said with numbers they start running together. These pops start running together after a while. I'm
Sweet, man.
not to my horn, but I got over almost 200 and just been collecting over a year now.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, Xavier, that wraps it up, man. We tag teamed it, man. Old times. Want to give a shout out to everybody. Everybody who's watching tonight. Thanks. We had quite a decent showing tonight. Glad to be back. Look out for more content on the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more content in the forthcoming months. Uh, Probably going to look at making a few changes to how we do hauls on the show. Uh, that'll be coming up soon. We'll be discussing that, and you'll start seeing stuff roll out. Uh, be on the lookout for exclusive interviews. We got a couple of guys I'm trying to get lined up to come on to the show, so we'll see if we can pull that off. And most of all, I want to say thank you for everybody who watched that video. That's a huge amount of people watched
Yes,
our
over
uh,
300 views.
yeah
Yeah,
views
thank you.
on that in a like 2-3 day period. So we want to tell everybody
Right.
thank you for that. A lot of comments. We didn't get a chance to respond to everybody. We all have working lives, lives outside of this, so it's kind of hard to kind of keep up to it. But I want to tell everybody thank you. Going to be starting to see our podcast. We're going to start working on getting those up on iTunes so that you can listen to us on the road. Want to give a shout out to Al, who was representing the crew this past Sunday, uh, giving everybody his take on Atlanta Comic Con and comics. Uh, Want to say thank you to everyone. I want to give a special shout out to Miss Joy, who is watching tonight. She knows who she is. And want to say, hey, we will be back in 2 weeks like we normally do. We was a little extended a little way. We was all exhausted the day of the show, so we couldn't. The day of the comic convention, so we just was tired. So we said we're gonna try for it the next day, but it was a hangover. Everybody was still tired from about 12 miles of walking, so we were all tired.
Right,
So
right.
um, that's it. So we want to tell everybody thank you for myself, for Xavier Randall, Larry Walker, Lord have mercy. I'm thinking about baseball. Larry Crocker, Weldon, who is still in part, who's back in parts unknown. Vince, who is in the land of nowhere. Darrell, who is so lost in somebody's uh, quail hunting field, and Al, who is behind the desk of dealing with some irate customer at Geico, and TC, who is in his bed sleep. I want to tell all of you all have a great night. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember, sharing means caring, so make sure you tell somebody about the comment hall and roundtable discussion. For myself, for Xavier Roundtable, we want to tell you all thank you and have a wonderful night.
Hey, Matt, before
Yo,
you get off,
yo, whoa, whoa,
um,
whoa, whoa.
viewers, we now have an Instagram page.
Oh, yes.
It is listed under the same name. Please go there, check us out. We just got it started, so we're trying to get it up off the ground right now. Please tag us, comment everything you can just to get us out there because we want everybody to see and understand that one, it's okay to be a quote unquote geek or nerd. Enjoy doing we enjoy doing what we do, and we enjoy putting this content out for you all. So please show us a love on those pages, on that avenue, as far as Instagram, as well as supporting us on YouTube. We greatly appreciate it, and please keep an eye out because we're gonna have some new stuff coming, like Matt said, and we're trying to get the best content out as soon as we can when we can for you all. So we thank you all from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you all. Have a wonderful night and we will see you all in 2 weeks. Thanks for watching this week's edition of the Comment Hall and Roundtable discussion. Have a good night.